Hi, you are welcome to my channel. So today we'll be cutting an office dress. So the fabric is laid flat. I'm starting with inputting the shoulder measurement. That's shoulder to shoulder divided by 2. Then we want to get the marking out the chest line. That's your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Then from the shoulder to the waist point, you mark out like so. Then you take your measurement again from shoulder to the hip line. You mark out like so, just like I drew. Then you proceed to marking your shoulder to the length of your gown. Then you had your sewing allowance, the hemming allowance, you had it with it. So that's then the next thing is to rule out all our lines. The waistline, the hip line, the chest points, all the lines that we've marked out, you connect them with a ruler. Like so. Just watch me as I do. Connect with a ruler like so. Then move to the chest line again and connect to the ruler. So that forms the basis of your armhole. So on the chest line, to get the accurate measurement, you mark on that chest line, you also mark your shoulder divided by 2. Then you connect together to make it a straight line. Then on the shoulder line, you come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slant. Then I mark the neck width, which is 3.5. Then the neck depth, I make it 4 inches. So that's the neck width and the neck depth. You connect together, you form your desired shape, just like this. Then you connect your slanted line, the shoulder slope. Then I added my sewing, because it's a freehand, I've added my sewing allowance to it. That's why I always have 1 inch above the fabric as my starting point. So then the remaining inches that is remaining, you divide that into 2 equal parts. That's to remove the armhole bulge. So you mark it, then you go in by half an inch like so. Go in by half an inch by half an inch, and that gives us the guideline on how to draw our armhole curve. And at the same time, we are removing the excess, the bulge that's supposed to be around that area. Then use your free hand to connect your C shape like that. So next thing is to start putting the body measurements. That's bust divided by 4 plus 1.25. Reason is it's not going to have lining. So when you're making office dress or ankara or bubu or any cloth that doesn't have lining, so just give maybe 1 or 1.2 inches, because by the time you weave, it will reduce. So on the waistline, waist divided by 4, I added my jet intake, then also my 1.25 sewing allowance. Then on the hip line, hip divided by 4 plus your sewing allowance, that's 1.25. Then when you now get to the hem line, I've told us before, for it to be a little pencil, a little tapered, whatever you have on the hip, you deduct, you make some deductions, then you rule it, you take it down, then you divide. If your hip, by the time you had everything together, if it is 13 inches, you remove 1 inch from it, or 1.5. Then you connect like so. All the dots you connect like so, just like I'm doing, just like you did see me do. You connect together like so. So that comes to the drafting or to the marking of the front piece of the gown. It's a simple gown, so no paparazzi. After drawing, you cut out and you use the front to cut the back. So So this brings us to the head of cutting the front piece. Our front piece is ready. So we use it to cut the back. I've laid the back flat like this. So I've laid the front on it. Because the same neck width, the neck depth for the back is 2 inches. You see, you mark like that and connect to the neck width of the front. Let it align together. Then the next thing is to connect your waist measurements and let it extend to the back piece, just like I do. Can you see? Yes. So that this will help us to eliminate our zipper bulge. So on that center back, you know the excess, can you see I'm putting a mark there? So that mark indicates the center back. So I will go in by half an inch. Can you see? You go in by half an inch. That is our zipper bulge we are trying, that is the zipper bulge we are trying to remove. But you see that half inch is not for everybody. You see that measurement, it depends on how deep the back of the person is, the back of your customer or your back. Some people take 0.75. Yes, I have a customer that if I don't do 0.75 to 1 inch, that zipper bulge will still be there. So it depends on how deep the back is. So 0.5 does not work for anybody. Mark me. Yes, that is it. Doesn't work for everybody. So that is it. I'm trying to mark out my zipper allowance too. Can you see? So that I'll be able to just watch what I'm doing there. So that I'll be able to connect and shape my zipper allowance, because the thing is the excess is 2 inches and it's too big. I don't need it. The reason why I made it 2 inches is because of the overlap at the slit area. But on the upper part here, I want to remove some inches away from it. So from that inward parts where I mark this, I'm marking out my zipper allowance. Can you see what I'm doing? So the excess outward there, I'm going to cut it out. Don't worry, by the time I start cutting, you will understand what I'm trying to explain there. Can you see? So that is it. Then at the slit area, because it's a short gown, although not so short, the length of the gown is 46 there, 45, 46, because I've added sewing allowance, I mean hemming allowance. So the slits, I mark the slits. That's what I'm doing there. The slit is 7 inches long. From the hem to the upper part is 7 inches. By the time I fold, it will give me like 5.5 as the remaining slits. The next thing is to cut out like so. Cut out like so.